Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses, back here to give you guys some of my strategy of how I'm going to be attacking this festival over the next couple of weeks while it's live, the Bracket Busters Festival, obviously, here in NBA 2K25, my team. We're going to talk about the exchange. We're going to talk about this market crash. I think this is the most significant market crash so far to date here in NBA 2K25 because we're finally seeing cards above the pink diamond tier crash a bit in value. We're seeing some of the Galaxy Opals crash, including Galaxy Opals like Victor Wembanyama down in value. There's one right now. We can take a look. I'm not sure if he's still this price, but I saw an Opal Wemby that had like 11 legend badges and he was under 1.5 million. And he's still under 1.5 million with 11 legend badges. Now, obviously, I think this card will go up in price. He still has 22 minutes left in his auction period. But I think a lot of these other Wembys, especially, you know, if there is one without legend badges. Okay, right here. I think like this Wembanyama might go for less than 1.2 or 1.3 million MT, which isn't that like almost half of what he was going for a week ago? Like, that's incredible. On a much smaller scale, if you're someone like me who is looking to add a guy like Pink Diamond Michael Beasley, I think he's a buy now. And I got him yesterday, I think for like, at least I put a bid on him for like 130k, and I won him. And you could see right now, Michael Beasley, I mean, these people are having him at a bid, but I think if I were to put a minimum buyout out, let's see. Yeah, look, there are Michael Beasleys that are going to be ending at 100k by now. Now, these ones that you see here don't have any legend badges. Ooh, a hollow one for 98k. That's kind of cool. I mean, none of these have legend badges except for this one. Hello. Okay, but Dimer and Pain Prodigy don't really, move me in any way. I got one that I really like. Before I redeem him, let me make sure that I am recording. Hi, YouTube. All right, yes, let's go ahead and redeem this Michael Beasley because I do want to try him out. So I ended up getting him for just about 120k, which, I mean, I paid 20k extra for one that has Legend Immovable and Hall of Fame On-Ball Menace, which I'm totally cool with. I didn't think his price was going to drop to where it is, and I do think there's a chance Pink Diamond Michael Beasley does go up in value, a little bit more later on. Right now, the market in general is down. There are plenty of other cards. I'm sure that if you guys want to chase them, they're down in value too. If I did not get Michael Beasley, I was going to look at Jonathan Bender as a potential player I could take into salary cap. But the reason why I want to mention the market crash, especially with regards to salary cap, is because, and we will talk about this in depth tomorrow when we upload our salary cap report episode, is that our team salary cap has gone up another 2,000 to 22,500, right? Is that correct? Or is it just 22,000 flat? It is 22,500. So we're probably going to see another increase at the start of round one next season, which is going to be in 2 weeks. I'm going to actually be traveling when the new season starts, which is totally fine. I'm looking forward to my trip, but I'm not going to be able to record a salary cap report episode ahead of time, obviously, because I record those when Saturdays and Tuesdays hit, so I can go over the salary changes. We're probably going to see a pretty big bump, or at minimum another 2,000 salary bump to start round one. And so eventually we're going to start to see more Dark Matters and especially more Galaxy Opals coming into salary cap. And I think that's why I really wanted to focus on the exchange today, because we have a number of dynamic duos in the exchange that not a lot of people are talking about. When it comes to this exchange, I feel like it's a little tricky to figure out what exactly you want to put your collectibles towards. A lot of you guys who've been with me for a while know my philosophy. I prefer guaranteed value over random value. Like this 99 overall premium pack for 5 100 overalls or 500 overall bracket buster event cards, I think is objectively one of the worst value exchanges in the game. There's so many bad Dark Matters that are out there, and 5 100 overalls, I mean, I forget what the exact math works out to be, because I know for the All-Star event, the 100 overall pieces were worth 243,000 MT if you quick sold all the badges that you got from the badge deluxe packs that you got from your Amethyst All-Star pieces. But I think that was back when the badge deluxe exchange only cost you 2 Amethyst exchange pieces. with this event, I think it costs 3. So my brain is in no state to do mental math like that, and I'm not as prepared as I should have been and done that math ahead of time. But regardless, I think I would much rather have the MT from quick selling all the badges from those badge deluxe packs than redeeming this 99 overall premium. I will personally not be going for any of these 100 overalls. I'm not going to be opening up, as of right now at least. I'm not opening up any of the 450k boxes that we currently have. Billy Donovan, they did fix this card. I believe this morning he was he was one of those coach cards where you needed to like get a certain point total. I believe it was 20 points that you needed to have in the game you were playing for all of his effects to come into play here. But I think now they updated him. Yeah, so now it starts at the beginning of the game and it'll go away at the end of the game. These are obviously really good boosts now that the game trigger is at the beginning of the game and not when you have 20 points scored. I don't know exactly what he goes for. I should have checked, because once I saw that as his game trigger this morning, I ruled him out as a card that I was considering. So he's going to cost 3,100 overalls. I don't think that's going to be worth it at that price point, because we're basically in April. We're going to be getting cards that have very high 90s ratings in all of the areas that Coach Billy Donovan is going to be boosting your players in. I'd much rather have the MT that I get from those 100 overall bracket buster pieces than the coach. I'm going to skip the 97 plus premium. If we're going to talk about MT value, the MT value that you could get from the 38 Dark Matter bracket buster pieces that you need for Zach Edey, I think comes out to like 4.2, 4.3 million MT. I personally would rather have 4.2 or 4.3 million MT, so I can go and get a card like Victor Wembanyama, who you could probably get him for 11 legend badges for under 2 million. So you could go use that 4 million, use half of it on a Victor Wembanyama with 10 plus legend badges, and then you still have 2 million MT to spend on other auctionable players that you want to use in this game. The other Dark Matters here don't really interest me, but I do want to talk about the dynamic duos that are in the game, because there are a couple that are really interesting to me. I think I skipped past Jalen Brunson's, right? Did I? Maybe I did not. Where is JB? Yes, I'm obviously most excited for this one as a Knicks fan, but if we were to go to 2KDB briefly, that's not 2KDB. If we go to 2KDB, you'll see that Jalen Brunson really doesn't get a bunch of significant boosts. And when I'm looking at boosts that these cards get when they have their dynamic duo boost activated, I'm looking for players who see their badges go up by at least 2. So in this example here, right, not that I would ever put it, or let's not use post-fade phenom here, on-ball menace, right? So his on-ball menace badge, Jalen Brunson's that is, goes from a gold to a Hall of Famer when Josh Hart is playing alongside him on the court. What I don't like about this is there are ways with certain dynamic duos to get cards to have legend badges, right? Kobe White, for example. Let's bring up Kobe White really quickly. So Kobe White has a dynamic duo with Lauri Markkanen that's been in the game now for, what is that now? 3 weeks? 3 weeks or so. And you can see here, if you scroll down, that defensively, right here, I don't even think he comes with on-ball menace. So he goes up from no on-ball menace to Hall of Fame on-ball menace. So if you just give him bronze on-ball menace, I believe, and then you pair him with Lauri Markkanen on the court, now you have a 6'5" point guard with legend on-ball menace, which is incredible. In order for me to get the same effect on Jalen Brunson, I need to upgrade his already gold on-ball menace to Hall of Fame. So that doesn't really work for me. So I'm looking for cards like a Kobe White, who have a badge that gets upgraded by more than just one tier. So let's take a look at some of these other cards. I think Josh Hart, unfortunately, falls into the same boat as Jalen Brunson, where all of his badges, for the most part, only go up by 1. I think the only player between the two of these guys that'll get a legend badge through this dynamic duo, if you want to call it a glitch method or whatever, is going to be Jalen Brunson with Rebound Chaser. And as much as I love Jalen Brunson, I don't need him getting rebounds. I'd rather have Josh Hart, who is known for getting rebounds, even though he's only 6'4". I'd rather leave the rebounding to him and not have to worry about Jalen Brunson getting legend rebound chaser. So we're gonna get rid of that dynamic duo, unfortunately. This dynamic duo is very interesting to me. Antoine Walker and Derek Anderson. If we quickly flash back to my team screen right here, let's take a look and see how much they go for. Also, how much does Brunson go for? They're 5 pink diamonds. So we'll have to see if I end up doing that one. Not totally sure. Let's take a look right here. Antoine Walker and Derek Anderson, only 5 diamond bracket buster event cards. This is going to be such an easy exchange to complete. And again, these cards become absolute monsters. We talked about looking at the badges, right? Look at what happens to Antoine Walker. So you can get him Legend Aerial Wizard, Legend Rise Up. You can get him Legend Unpluckable, Legend Rebound Chaser, Legend Interceptor, Legend Box Out Beast. This card becomes an absolute monster. If I'm missing anything else, let me know. But those are the only plus ones I see. My laptop screen's actually, funny enough, really far away from my face right now. With Derek Anderson. And Derek Anderson is a 6'5" point guard who's an amethyst. So we're never going to see his salary go above 2,000, which is great. He can get Legend Layup Master, Legend Posterizer, Legend Float Game, Legend Deadeye, which is insane, Legend Limitless Range, Legend Shifty Shooter, Legend, Mini Marksman and Post Fade Phenom. You guys can see I'm not going to go through every single one. This card he can get Legend Dimer, Legend On Ball Menace, Legend Challenger. This card can be cracked out of his mind. Now, I don't know if we can upgrade all those badges, right? Like if I were to go, I think I have Derek Anderson. Let me take a look and see. Can I even upgrade my Derek Anderson? Let's see if I can find them really quickly for you guys. Player name, Derek Anderson. Okay, so edit player. I almost quick sold him. Could you imagine? So we can add 4 new badges, but I wonder if upgrading a badge, like if I upgrade his Deadeye to gold, to allow him to get up to, I think, not Hall of Fame, Legend, when he gets that dynamic boot. My God, cannot English. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. If you upgrade his Deadeye from silver to gold so that he gets Legend Hall of Fame, or Legend Hall of Fame, Legend Deadeye, too many badges, Legend Deadeye from that dynamic duo, I wonder if that's going to count towards the 4 new badges. Hopefully not, but even if it does, you can get him with ease. Legend Deadeye, Legend Limitless Range, Legend On Ball Menace, and then Legend Dimer. And then that becomes one of the best, if not the best, value salary cap players by far if you run him and Antoine Walker together. And then again, Antoine Walker is not going to go past 8,000 salary. So, there's a world that you could run. If you run a starting 5, you could easily run Derek Anderson, Michael Beasley, and Antoine Walker, and you can just cook people with those 3 cards. So yeah, I think that is my favorite dynamic duo of all the ones that are in the game currently. Antoine Walker, we already went over his dynamic duo boost. The other dynamic duo is one that has not been advertised, at least not clearly to me, in my team, and that is Joakim Noah and Corey Brewer. Both of these cards are earnable separately from the exchange. Joakim Noah, let's take a look at how much his exchange is going for. Exchange, we'll go bracket busters. Let's go over to Joakim Noah. I think he costs a third of whatever that Juan Dixon card costs, which, by the way, I mentioned that I was really interested in this Juan Dixon card. Depending on what the exchange or what the event looks like for us in terms of how many of those event cards we can earn from grinding the game. As of right now, there really isn't anything for us to grind for, unfortunately. But if we're kind of limited in what we can earn in the game to use towards the exchange, then I'm definitely going to bail on Juan Dixon, who costs 15 of these Galaxy Opal Bracket Buster event cards, to go and get Joakim Noah, who only costs 5, and then go and get the Amethyst Corey Brewer, who I think only costs 1 Amethyst exchange card. You can see here Joakim Noah gets some decent boost, nothing too crazy. I don't think he gets any legend. Yeah, he gets no legend badges, unfortunately. But if we look at Corey Brewer, and we give him, I haven't even looked at this yet, actually. We'll bump this up. So Corey Brewer will get, I mean, Legend Float Game, no one's crazy about. Legend Post Fade Phenom, no one's really crazy about. Is that really all he gets? Wow, okay, so this dynamic duo is actually not too crazy. I guess, you know, if you like running Joakim Noah becomes like a really, he's already a really damn good card. I think he becomes, I mean, even better. It's just a matter of preference. I'm definitely not as excited by this dynamic duo as I hoped I was going to be. That's more of a blind reaction. Yeah, I would much rather invest. I mean, this dynamic duo, I think it's the best value exchange, I think, with this event so far, especially if you play salary cap. There is no world where you can walk away from this event without getting these cards. I think it's they become a must-have. They're going to become probably a staple in a lot of people's salary cap lineups, and for that reason alone, I think you have to go out there and get these. You can easily get these just from playing the game. Diamonds are not that hard to get. You know, every breakout win gives you one gold piece now that they patched the, I guess, the bug where we were all getting amethyst cards for winning games. So every third breakout game will get you an amethyst piece. You work your way through it. After a few hours of playing, you'll get your 5 diamonds. You can get this dynamic duo easily. So yeah, that's the whole video. That's all I really wanted to talk about with you guys. Look, there's definitely going to be, you know, a lot of people that are going to just tell you guys to dump all of your amethyst event cards into the badge deluxe pack or into that the takeover and diamond shoe pack, and I guess maybe, you know, fiscally, economically, that may be the smarter thing to do. But I do think for salary cap purposes, at least walk away with the Antoine Walker and Derek Anderson cards. Again, their dynamic duo is going to be such a blast to use, especially in season 6. You're going to be thanking yourself for investing in these two players when season 6 rolls around. I promise you. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.